Over the years, the country has begun to do a lot better when it comes to self-sufficiency in the production of rice. A lot of people have gone into this farming and they're beginning to farm and grow their own rice and begin to mill them here in the country. This has become a thing that we have noticed all over the country. Okay, he just wanted to show us a rice farm, a rice paddy. This place is a bit waterlogged, so you see the rice will do very well here.
That is these are cola nut trees. Cola nut.
That one there.
That one, yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. You hear of Abakaliki rice, you hear of rice from Mina, that is Niger State, and you hear rice from other parts of the country, Edo State. Factories are springing up and are beginning to do this. The reason I believe they are succeeding is because at the time, the government actually banned the importation of rice, foreign rice into the country. So it actually helped a lot of people to go into this production. And they are actually, in my opinion, doing well, in spite of the fact that some of the rice are still the grade and the way they are being processed is a continuous thing because we're just starting and beginning to learn the process. I took a trip to Niger State, Mina here, to find out what the people are actually doing concerning rice production and how they go about the milling and what they do with uh, the secondary produce from product from the rice, which is the shaft of the rice. So I came to a place to find out what they are doing.
₦1,000 for this to mill this bag of rice. Wow.
But at the same time, there's something that bothers me, which is the story that I heard that the government, the new government, has actually opened the ports, the borders, and which this tells me or this means that people begin to bring in all sorts of things that are not supposed to, especially rice. And when they do, the question I ask myself, how does it affect the production of rice in the country? In my opinion, I think it's a negative one. I think it is one that is we're just trying to kill ourselves because we over the years we've been able to help small factories, small farmers to go into this production, and all of a sudden we're self-poisoning ourselves, we're self-killing ourselves. I mean, it's just a sad thing when I think about it. So I'm here actually to find out from these people how they do what they do when it comes to rice production, and ask them what do they think of the borders being open, whether do they think it will affect the production. Even as we speak, there's something else I notice, which is a lot of people don't travel the way they used to before because of the cost of transportation. Even buying things from villages like they used to is becoming more and more difficult. Because I visited a market today and I saw where they sell rams and all that. The young man who I was talking to told me that now going to villages to buy goats and rams and all that is now more difficult because of the cost of transportation. And even when you get there, the locals have also increased the cost of the produce that they sell to them. All these are just going around because of the removal of subsidy. I'm not against removal of subsidy. I've said this not once, not twice on my channel. But what I'm just saying is that I hope the proceeds from this will be used adequately or in the right way. Because as we know, if we go by what we know about this country, those money that is generated will end up in some people's pocket.
Planting of rice became popular when border was closed, that the government started encouraging people to grow more food, you know. And everywhere now you go, especially like my wife, she prefers local rice to foreign rice, as a matter of fact. She says the taste is different. The only problem I still feel we have with the local rice is that they are not destoning them properly.
They did here.
They do here. Wow. They destone them here properly.
Even some local women have, some of them bought that destoning machine.
They bought this
yes, on their own.
On their own to destone their own rice. That's so cool.
And see rice,
I think some people do it locally and with the machine. The ones that do it locally is the one that don't destone well.
Man, guys, so see how vast Nigeria is when it comes to rice production. How well we have gone so far. I mean, look at this state alone. Just think about, let's break it down. Let's break this thing down. Just think about the Nigerian government supporting this local government alone to produce only rice. Look as far as the eyes can see. Let me show you guys. Look as far as the eyes can see. It is just for farming rice. Just imagine these people producing rice. I'm telling you, it will be enough for this country. Even if it's not enough for this country, it will go a long way. I mean, if one local government can do this, and we have like 13 or 15 or 20 local government areas in this state, and let's say 2 or 3 are farming rice in this state, another state they have 2 or 3 farming, it will just make us sufficient, I mean self-sufficient when it comes to food production. This is why we travel, to see things that normally you will not see. Even if you're in your home and somebody tells you about this, you cannot imagine it. You just hear that there is so much land, they plant rice. It's just like you hearing $10 billion. That's just a word. All right, guys, let's turn around. We've seen. Let's go back to where we're coming from so we can drop Oga George. He has been so helpful on this trip. He has brought us several times to the place where we came to do the shea butter oil, and finally decided to show us this part of the state that we didn't even think existed. All right, let's go.